was selected for this honor based on her academic achievements and her outstanding presentation to the Student Speech Audition Committee. Please join me in welcoming Richelle Szypulski, who will receive her Master of Communication degree today. And she has her speech.
I'm going to be completely honest. When I sat down to write this speech, I started off down a path I'm willing to bet many of you would have taken. I Googled how to write a commencement speech. About an hour later, I gathered the basics. I somehow had to give advice to a ton of people who are in the exact same position as I am. Congratulations, by the way. I had to make at least one semi-broad reference to pop culture, and I had to be kind of funny, even if it's the you're only laughing out of pity kind. See, I knew that one wasn't going to be a problem. So I sat there, intimidated by that awful blinking cursor and blank Microsoft Word page, asking myself, how am I supposed to fit all that into 5 minutes? Who cares what I have to say anyway? Then I told myself, stop whining and you can do it. That's what we do. That's how our generation works. Albeit there's not always the battling inner dialogue, but if we don't know something, we look it up and we learn it. After that, if we still don't know it, we fake it and hope no one notices. And sometimes, if you're lucky, that works too. That's the thing I think is really amazing. Just because you're graduating doesn't mean you have to stop being a student. A large majority of the learning we do doesn't take place in a classroom. Learn in your own way. Travel. Try new things. Ask questions. Every single person in this room has something of value they can teach you. All you have to do is listen. Sometimes we get so preoccupied with being interesting that we forget to be interested. So there you have it. Advice chunk number 1. Don't ever stop learning. Here comes number 2. Once you've learned these things, use them. To put it eloquently, go do stuff. I'm serious. As simple as it sounds, you don't have to be creative to create. Find whatever it is that you were meant to give the world and throw your heart into it. I don't care if it's a performance that brings an entire audience to their feet, a groundbreaking story that brings justice to the innocent, or something so seemingly small, but it brings a smile to even one person's face. What matters is, it's your contribution. And you can't do it by staring at a computer screen. For us, technology isn't just an advantage, it's become an accountability. Let me explain. Take your degree, for example. In substance, it's a piece of paper, a means through which to express an idea. You are leaving Point Park University with so much more than that. I've got a skill set catered to my industry and what I love doing. Some of the most amazing and unbelievable people I have ever met, and a better understanding of who I am, what I want in life, and why ordering pizza at 2 a.m. is never/always a good idea. We have to remember to look at technology in the same way. Your computer, your iPhone, the internet, they're tools, sources of inspiration, ways to learn, to laugh, and to share, but not a way of life. Don't allow yourself and your work to be defined by teeny little dots on a screen. And the same goes for your relationships with people. Communication isn't always about what's being said. It's about who you're saying it to. When was the last time you actually talked to someone just to talk? Just to hear their voice? We need that type of communication. We need people. We rely on them when we're born, and again when we're old. But as my favorite book, Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom says the secret is, we need them in between too. It's scary out there. There are going to be a lot of blank Word documents. And I'm not going to tell you to take risks or fail, because you'll do that anyway. I am going to tell you, stop worrying about it. Worrying about a situation is just as helpful as a Pittsburgh weather forecast. See? there's a 60% chance of rejection, some light criticism in the early afternoon, and scattered letdowns in the evening. But you can't let that stop you from leaving your house. And as is typical in Pittsburgh, I'm sure tomorrow will be sunny with clear skies. We're all going to get a little lost, but it's how you find your way back that defines who you are. Sometimes you have to lose what you thought was most important to remember what really is. Our struggles can only make us stronger, and they give us some pretty great stories. In the end, as long as you are creating, you cannot fail. Allow yourself to be proud of what you can give. You've earned it. Point Park University, class of 2013. I am so proud of everything we've accomplished and all the things we are capable of. And don't think I forgot the pop culture reference, because here it comes. Congratulations, my fellow graduates, and may the 4th be with you.
Today? No.
Now is the central event of our celebration, the awarding of diplomas. Earlier this week, the university presented academic hoods and conferred master's degrees on 200